Hello.
We're back.
We're back. We did Tahbilk's Marsanne
2020
in the last video.
Museum release
Yes.
2013.
And
14.
so what we're now trying is we're trying their 1927 vines.
Which remarkably is only 11% alcohol. Which
yeah,
is low even for the old world.
Yeah, it is, really.
So these must be, as we were discussing, old wines in a really cool spot.
Yeah, a cooler, I would say cooler area
Yeah.
to not get that ripeness. Or it could have just been a cooler year. I don't know my vintages very well from Australia. But basically, will you be quiet whilst I'm trying to educate the people? These are the oldest Marsanne vineyards in the world, planted in 1927. Really? Yeah, the company was founded in 1860. Fourth generation of, I forget what their name is, Tahbilk family. Own Tahbilk.
Now,
And
this is, imagine you've gone to...
heaven and back on a pony?
On a pony.
Yeah.
Basically, you've just had a honey sandwich at tea time, and you've now gone into Timpson's to buy some boot polish. Do you know what I mean?
It does have that.
In the
It does
best
have that.
way
It does
possible.
have that sort of
Old
lovely
library beeswaxy boot polishy.
It's not boot polish. It's more furniture polish. It's more that
Yes,
lovely.
it's a Chesterfield sofa.
It's basically waxing
Yeah.
a table.
Honey and lemon cup of tea on a Chesterfield sofa
Yes.
that's just been waxed.
Yeah.
Let's go for that.
You are getting all of those. You're getting a sort of nice freshness though. Still, there's still a sort of little lift of sherbet lemons.
Springtime scents coming in through the country house library French windows.
It's.
Wine is subjective.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
There's almost this. There's almost a. It's almost got this sort of like. Imagine a sort of 1950s.
Yes.
Sort of movie where the chief protagonist and his lady friend have gone off for a picnic in the sunshine, and you've got flowers and little lemon tarts and the wasp of perfume from the lady.
Yeah.
That's the sort of it's 1950s picnic.
Yes,
is what this is.
It's the perfume coming off Granny's fur coat with lemon tart with a touch of damp grass.
Hay. Warm hay.
Old vines.
With lots of lovely drying sort of apricots and dried peaches and guava, and
that's going to age beautifully.
These wines are this will age easily.
This
20
is
years.
quite tight still.
Yeah, there's still acidity there. It's still got freshness
But it
there,
is
like the
like
previous
dried
two wines.
mango pieces, over punnet and...
Yeah, and it's just a pretty, and lovely, elegant one. And 11%, you can drink this so well, and enjoy it with.
Well, there really is
just some fish, some light fish with that.
Yeah, lemon soul. I mean, it's just I love that. When we say when we say aromatics, but like aromatics as in eau de cologne.
Yeah,
that has that.
Yeah.
Now this.
Ooh.
They're coming for me because of all the expletives I've said in the last.
That is very true. Yeah.
All the people have offended.
Anyway, we're gonna move on to the final of these lovely four. By the way, I know it's 20. This is what 20. The 1927 Vines Marsanne is 26 quid. So it's slightly special occasion. Well, it's not steep. It's just a special occasion
for
wine.
the oldest Marsanne vines in the world.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. Anyway, we're coming back down to price points to this.
Coming
£15.
to a field of knowledge in which we know a bit about sweet wines.
Sweet wines. 2016 cane cut Marsanne. Now, the various different ways in which you can make sweet wine. You have botrytis, where the grapes get a rot and shrivel up and and dehydrate. You can make ice wine, where the grapes freeze. You can dry the wines like you would with recioto. This is a different way. What they do is they cut the canes, so they basically let the fruit hang on the vine to dehydrate.
Right.
There's another, I think it's desiccation. There's another way where they basically clamp the grape, the vines.
So there's no water
essentially they're killing off any food source for the berries, so you're not going to get nutrients or anything up. You're just going to let the grapes start to dehydrate, and that's what they do to make this wine.
So this is what that's the method that cane cut is.
The cane cut basically is how they get the grapes to concentrate their sugars by dehydration.
Rather than leaving it on the vine for ages, which is potentially...
No, they do leave it on the vines.
They do leave it on the vine.
Yeah, so basically imagine that's your your vine, and this is where the berries hit the vine. They'll cut it here.
Right.
So there's still structure for the berry to sort of, because they'll tie them probably.
Oh, so they remove it from the vine.
I'll draw you a picture. Imagine this is your vine trunk.
Yeah.
The branch off, and then you've got the berries dangling down.
Yes, yeah, of course.
This bit here, they will cut that, which they would prune anyway.
Yes.
They prune down here, and then it just leaves the berries, the grape bunches, hanging on the vines to dehydrate.
Okay.
And that's how they do it.
How is that any different from botrytis, though?
Because botrytis is rotting.
Right.
Botrytis, they get infected with the rot, with noble rot.
Which comes through the...
Which is because of where Sauterne is, you get the mists coming in, which causes the grapes to start to rot because the moisture gets trapped in the berries.
But in this way, they just gradually sit and dehydrate.
They just sit and dehydrate on the vines.
Okay, so they're not actually rotting.
No, they're not. Think about how they dry wines for Recioto. They harvest the grapes and then put them on straw and then let them dry.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. It's just they're leaving them on the vines to actually dehydrate.
But cutting off their life supports.
Exactly. There you go.
Fascinating.
We got there eventually. Anyway, this is their sweet wine.
This is actually just my WSET education. These videos.
11.5% alcohol on this. It's 15 quid for a 50 cl bottle.
So how is this different from Sauterne or...
Well, you're not getting that funk.
You're not getting like the weird, slightly chemically sort of...
I would say chemically. I'd say sort of funky, rot. like blue cheese. This is funky.
This is very pure.
Yeah.
It's pure fruit.
It's pure concentrated fruit.
Yes.
Raisin fruit.
Yes,
that's the...
Exactly. Exactly. So on Sauternes, you definitely do get this like massive sugar, like hugely concentrated because of that rot. This is sort of a touch more elegant, a touch more wispy.
Yeah. And you're getting hints of marmalade there, sort of a marmalade and apricot jam.
That's a breakfast sweet wine. It's quite drying. Lovely and dry, isn't it?
I'm not going to spit that.
11.5, perfect for breakfast.
Really elegant, beautiful, low alcohol, really fresh acidity on the end.
That with one of those awful apricot danishes you get in the hotel breakfast. I've referenced that before. This is perfect for that.
Not because this is awful, far from it. It just elevates the rubbish pastry.
Yeah, and my limited experience in hotel breakfast.
I have a lot of experience at the moment because I'm living in hotels as I record this, because my wife and then prior to that my son has got COVID. So to run this, I've been in hotels now for 2 weeks. So I want to go home. That's beautiful. It's got, as you said, it's got that purity, that lift, that elegance that you don't get with Sauterne, but you also don't want with Sauterne, because with Sauterne the whole point is that funk, that pungency to it. This doesn't have that pungency, and what it means is that it's a really refreshing, light, drying at the end,
and also the acidic nature of Marsanne cleans all of that up.
Cleans it all up beautifully, and produces this lovely, slightly jammy, slightly marmalade-y delight. And we like this, and at 15 quid, it's a cracking...
You can make some great cocktails with that. Sorry,
ignore my colleague.
Application.
Yes. So yes. Marsanne is a grape that you really don't see all that often. You see it in the Rhone, obviously, but
it's always blended with Roussanne.
Yeah, a lot of the time, it is.
The best place to go for varietal Marsanne done really well is Australia.
With this in mind, yes.
Yeah.
So I'm really pleased to now have Tahbilk on the shelf. It's something that I know from days gone by, and I really have wanted to get these back in, and we've finally done it. And it's taken me 10 years, but nearly 10 years. But it's just beautiful, and we love them, and they're all attainable or affordable, and you should really explore these wines because they're just absolutely brilliant.
Very elegant.
Yes. And you are now educated.
I am educated in cane cut and Marsanne.
There you go. Have a lovely day. Bye.